Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lavender Water Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Williams. Today is a very special episode because it features someone that is near and dear to me. First and foremost, there's so many things to say about her. She's a student of jazz music and all music. She is a sound healer. She's a doula. She's an event curator. She's a revolutionary. She's a diplomat. She's just an amazing woman. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my ex-girlfriend and dear best friend, Jennifer Simone.
Ooh, yeah. And do my own applause.
Yeah, I don't add any audience sounds or no flash. It's just vibes. But I do be clapping for people. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. Jennifer Simone, everybody.
Woo, yeah.
How you doing today?
I'm good today. It was a nice 90-degree day in Brooklyn. Very hot. I didn't really go outside of my neighborhood or anything today, but it was nice.
Excellent. So today's topic, we are talking about something that I think a lot of people can register with or have experience with. And what we want to focus on is basically maintaining a friendship with a former lover. I think a lot of people in our society struggle with the idea. I mean, relationships do end in crazy, fallout sometimes, a lot of the times. And it's hard to want to go back and open up previous chapters. But me and Jennifer have not been together since late 2018. It's 2022 as of right now, recording this podcast. And yeah, we maintain a pretty healthy friendship, communicate pretty often for, people who no longer see each other. And on my side of things, like my brother, he's like, oh no, I could never be cool with someone I used to date. And, in his situations, it's like, okay, that's for good reason. Yeah, I can see why, y'all wouldn't be on the same page ever. So, but, it's different for everybody, and we're going to go into that a little bit today.
Yeah, a lot of people are not cool with being cool with their exes. I don't know why. I've talked to a lot of people, especially in New York, like since I've been here. I feel like my time here is mostly about like relationships and connections and like meeting people. But like, yeah, I've talked to a lot of people who are just like, they think I'm crazy for like being friends with you still, or like Sheldon. I mean, y'all are my only two exes, but it's like the whole situation when I explained it, I'm like, yeah, they used to be best friends, and then I started dating them, and then like we're still friends, and I used to be in a band with Sheldon. And it just sounds crazy to everybody I explain it to, but it's just like, why isn't that why isn't that okay? Like, I don't know. Like, we're all adults. Like, I don't see the point in like being, I don't know, just like shutting that person off. And you experience so much with a person in the time that you're dating. It's like, how are you just gonna end that like that? And sometimes, right, yeah, it's justified to be like, that person's not in my life anymore, thank God. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times, like, people could really just be friends and it'd be cool. It doesn't have to be like, I hate them. I don't want to see them succeed. I don't want to see, like, because a lot of people get on that too after they get out of a relationship. They go on like this whole, like, I'm going to glow up and they got to see me shine. It's like, I still want to see y'all win too. It's like not I don't know where that mentality comes from for a lot of people, but really do a lot of explaining of like, this is normal.
So, a little background on our situation here. She mentioned my friend Sheldon. Sheldon is my friend from high school. We met in freshman year in 2004 at St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. You and Sheldon started dating in 2012?
I think 2012, 2013. You know, my memory's not the greatest.
Sheldon, if you're listening to this one, check us on the date. We're stoners. We forget a lot of things. But so you two were together, and then you two started a band together after you broke up.
After we broke up, but I can't remember if it was like a year or so after. I think it was like a year or so after we broke up. But yeah, Sheldon suggested starting a duo. I'm making the beats, he's rapping situation,
Right.
and I thought it would be cool. Super Origami.
Super Origami. They made big waves in Cincinnati. The hipster kids loved them.
Yeah, Super Origami was hit for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, like made little waves. I'm not gonna lie. It was cool though. It was nice to like have that dynamic change and just to like be, I don't know, it was a good introduction into like being friends and just being working together in a different way, because it's all energy, and it's just like that energy, that romantic energy doesn't have to be romantic forever with somebody. It's like you weren't romantic when you started, or at least for me, it's like I'm usually friends with people and then I'm with you romantically. So it's like that energy for me is always changing anyway. It's like it changed from being your friend to being your lover to being your friend again. Like it doesn't have to be in one thing. Like at least that's the way I see it. So Super Origami was a nice like introduction back into friend zone, back into like we're making music and still creating and still having like that sacral energy, because like in relationships you have a lot of sex. Shit, it's like you like have somebody to constantly have sex with, and that's great. But it's like when that energy isn't there anymore with that person, it's like, yeah, let's create something that's still the same energy, but it's like just in a different way. So it was nice to have Super Origami and like be a introduction to being friends and shit and working together. It was very nice. I would definitely do that again with somebody, like another duo relationship thing. No, not you though, because you work, like your work ethic is way different from mine. Like we know that. Like it's way like we are not on the same page.
I am not a human being.
He's a fucking machine, and I can't. I really can't keep up with the boys.
So y'all did Super Origami, and so I met Jennifer in 2013 when she was dating my friend Sheldon. Me, Jennifer, and Sheldon used to hang out, smoke weed, eat burritos. We were super friends.
Terrorize pussy.
So I'm gonna tell the story of I fell madly in love with Jennifer. It was Christmas. It was like around Christmas 2015, because I moved to Columbus, Ohio from Cincinnati, Ohio. Christmas night 2015. And
this when I was giving out frankincense to murder everybody.
Yeah. So Jennifer gave me a nice care package. It was a burner. It was a Palo Santo stick, frankincense, myrrh, coals. It came in one of them nice frilly Etsy pink bags you see through. So, it was just like, wow, for someone that's not related to me, this sure has a lot of care in it. And she gave me the best hug. She gave me the best hug. And I was just like, wow, I really like her. And it was like when I moved to Columbus, we started communicating like almost every day. I don't know why, I don't know how, but she's a intelligent woman, beautiful woman, got a lot of good qualities about her, has good habits. You know what I'm saying? Things she does that you can learn from. It's just like, wow, like she's really amazing. So it was like months and months go by, and there's like this point in time where so I'm staying with my roommate from Job Corps, Devontae, and we're roommates in the real world. So his girlfriend's coming over. Shouts out Devontae, by the way. Addicted to Netflix, head ass. So he was bringing his girlfriend over, and at the time they hadn't been intimate, and he was trying that weekend to go all the way. It still didn't happen, but I left, went back to Cincinnati, and one of the places I went was Jeanspierre's house in Cincinnati, and I'm there with her and her sister, and they both kind of looking at me like, what are you doing here? Like, chilling. Like, really got nowhere to be. But it's like, it was kind of hard because like I'm like in this zone of like, man, I'm really attracted to this woman. And when I moved back to Cincinnati, it was fall of 2016. Me and Jennifer, we got together, and it's like it felt organic, it felt right, but at the same time, I was like, hey man, do you think we should tell Sheldon? And
because it was like no, because it was like the whole time I'm like, I was kind of feeling you, I'm not gonna lie, but it was like it was taboo because it's like, damn, like this is definitely my ex's best friend, and it's just like that's not, I don't know. It's like traditionally that's not cool, but I don't know.
So I'm
about the taboo shit, but I'm glad we respected Sheldon and did as beforehand, because I felt like that's what kept the energy of everything clean, is like we were really like respectful about shit, and it was really like an organic type of connection.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I feel like, I don't know, Sheldon grew to see that, like, we really did go through a lot of weird spiritual shit in our relationship, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we went through a lot of like spiritual elevation that I felt like we needed each other for, and it wasn't like, I don't know, like it just needed to happen.
Yeah, it was organic. I felt like it was written. Nothing about it seemed like I shouldn't be here. Okay, so there was another night or another weekend where I came down to Cincinnati to visit, and this is where like this is like a monumental change in my life. I told this on the previous podcast where I was dehydrated. I fell on my face. I busted my face on the concrete. I was bleeding from my face. And I still came to see this woman, and she accepted me, and that's, in my mind, that's how I knew, like, wow, for better or for worser.
For worser.
You feel me? Like, it's worser than the worst. You feel me?
Your face was busted.
The worser. This is my show. I use a slingo I don't want to use, but it's like she still accepted me, and we definitely built and grew from that. And I remember it was like Halloween weekend. Sheldon he came through with his new girlfriend, and he pulled me to the side. It's like, what's going on with you and Jennifer? And I'm like, man, we gotta talk outside, man. And it was like the blessing question. It's like, hey, we're really attracted to each other, and we don't want to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, for the first little few whatever, he probably did feel some kind of way. But like you said, I think he did grow to accept that this is an organic connection. I'm gonna do my best to take care of this woman, and it was a raging fire.
A part of me feels funny because it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't really like condone that type of like asking permission to like date somebody type of thing. But I feel like in this situation it was necessary shit. But I feel like that's the reason I can be friends with people is because it's not about some type of ownership to me. Like it's never about like ownership. I don't know. Like you can be loyal to somebody in a relationship without like feeling entitled to that person totally.
Right. Yeah, and in dating you, I learned, and yeah, I definitely came to an understanding about the difference between a bond and someone trying to control somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that's one of the reasons why we are apart though, because we don't see eye to eye on like polyamory and like ownership versus loyalty, monogamy, whatever in a relationship. But it's like all of those energies to me are one and the same in a way. It's like being friends with somebody, same as being a lover to somebody. In a certain way, it's just like you're not being sexual. You're not being that. You're not crossing those lines of intimacy, but it's the same level of love for me. Like it's the same capacity for me that I'm giving.
For sure, but I just don't like the idea of when it is like, oh, I have multiple partners that I am intimate with. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And that's my stance on it. But
honestly, I'm changing on that because like since the pandemic, honestly, I've been changing my mind on poly. I'm not gonna lie, because like on a health level, like how are you gonna have all these multiple partners? Fucking COVID going around. Like, shit is not the move. I don't know about it. Like, honestly, I'm changing my mind on poly. I don't know about it. Like, I'm very in between right now.
All right, yeah, well, after the podcast,
ever since the pandemic, I'm in between. But it's also like, I don't know. It does feel right. It does feel natural to not have that level of ownership over somebody where you're like, you're mine and you're mine forever. You're only like my lover. And this is, I don't know, like that just feels rigid and weird to me. Like I would never want to constrain a relationship like that in my life.
Well, when I get rich, you know what I'm saying, come holler at me, whoopie whoop. You know, I'm gonna be on business trips and stuff, so I ain't gonna be all up on you, you know what I'm saying? But you know, still, to this day, one of the most amazing women of all time. Like in the entire history of women, this is one of the most amazing ones, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Like of all of them, like the countless billions and trillions of women that ever lived, this is like the best one. Like you don't even know.
I'll take it.
Yep, there go your flowers.
I was like, you gave me my flowers. What is that? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. What if this is all I came here for? I just hung up right now. Like, all right, this is like.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've been used.
No. Wow. Wow. Who hurt the boy?
Who hasn't hurt the boy?
Wow, did I hurt the boy?
I'm trying to go into that over here. But ultimately no if I'm still trying to take your hand and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
See, that's the other thing though. I think I'm like I'm self-aware as fuck, honestly, as a person. Like, I'm self-aware, accountable. And it's not hard to admit when I'm wrong and shit. Like, if I did hurt you or anybody, and me and Sheldon have had some talks where it's like, we talk some deep emotional shit out. It's like, I don't know. He was able to take accountability for his shit. I was able to take accountability for my shit. And we moved on as friends. Like, it doesn't have to be these grudges and all this resentment. Like, honestly, man, I've been learning so much about like karma and stuff lately. where it's just like literally paying the karmic debt is so real. It's like one of the main purposes why we are here, like paying off that freaking karmic debt. And when you are like holding grudges on people, hating on people, wishing on their downfall, like whatever people be doing with their exes, spreading rumors about them, backstabbing, whatever, holding that resentment, it's like, it's going to weigh so much on your heart. It's going to add so much to your karmic debt. Like, you really have to let it go. Whether it's in the moment with that person or, like, with yourself and you move on. Like, you don't have to be friends with everybody. I'm not saying that in this. But it's like those exes where it's like y'all really could talk some shit out and work some shit out. Then do that. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going back to them, or I don't know, like what people be thinking for real. But it's just like, it doesn't have to be all of this drama. Like, it just, you could talk shit out and still be friends and transform that energy, transmute it so that it's not harbored in your heart. Like, your heart is going to be the thing that's weighed at the end. Like, it's the thing that's going to matter, how light your heart is. So, like, lighten it up. Shit, talk it out. Don't let things, like, build up and you get like all this fucking bad negative karma just from being resentful towards your ex that you probably could have worked shit out with.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it takes so much energy to hate somebody than to love somebody. Like, anybody that I don't like or whatever, I just don't give them energy, you know what I'm saying, and focus on the people that care about me, that I care about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think it's less or more energy on a frequency level. Love and hate are on the same frequency, the same amount of energy. But it's like, yeah, why not? Go towards love, then towards hate. It's like, shit, hate is going to add so much other shit to your frequency than love will.
Okay, then how about this? It takes more effort to frown than it does to smile.
Well, that's true. It does take more muscles to frown. I'm really embracing my Capricorn traits, honestly, this year. Very on my scientific, with the facts. But yeah, it does take more muscles to frown. I never thought about that.
But you know, in the time that we've not been dating anymore, we've met up in different cities and had great catch up moments. You know, it's time. So
it's been
2018,
nice.
we broke up, and then 2019 she came to visit me in Atlanta. 2019 I came to visit Cincinnati where she was living. 2020 I came to visit her when she moved to New York. She she fed me chopped cheeses and deli food all weekend.
New York, baby.
Baby, feel like a real New Yorker.
New York, baby. No, yeah, New York is a vibe. France soon. France is the next meetup for sure.
Yeah, we gotta beat people out with baguettes. Yeah. My consomme has not been consummated enough. Where are my damn croissants?
Give me my damn, bring me my damn croissants. Open up these damn croissants. Oh my gosh. Niggasinparis.net.
Yeah, Jennifer is also an inventor of domain names.
Web domains. If you need a web domain. Should that be a new business of mine, making web domains?
It might be a thing for you. And you got some pretty slick sounding websites that aren't websites.
I feel like half the ones that I think of are like good porn websites and nothing else. It's like, what would niggasinparis.net be? Who the what would that be? Film
organization.
All the black people in Paris.
Yeah, you check into the website when you're in Paris. Yeah.
Okay, so like Black Planet, but
yeah, something like that. You know why you go to niggasinparis.net? Because niggas was in Paris.
Shit. So I'm dreaming up a cafe / vintage store situation.
Okay.
Yeah, I might use Jeanspierre for the same. It might make a comeback.
Hey, I mean, I don't mind when old ideas get rehashed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's there for. So for the audience out there listening, Jeanspierre is some kind of backwardism made out of me and Jennifer's names that I came up with at her house one time. We were going to sell like vintage clothing and plus size clothing and stuff. Was like, yeah, we ain't gonna do it. But now it looks like moves are being made. You know what I'm saying?
It might come back. It might come back.
Vintage store / cafe.
I just think it would be cute.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been really making some moves in New York lately. It's been nice getting back to my shit. Back to my real deal, what I'm here to do. Making jewelry again. I've been making some bomb jewelry too. I've been making some nice shit. Some like good clay items, jars and stuff. It's coming along.
Okay, then we gotta drop a collab. Once nude Jennifer Simone jewelry collab set. You know what I'm saying? Feel me?
Now you gotta get really in the woods. You gotta take some like good pictures of like trees and water and stuff. Like put it on a clothes.
Oh yeah, I don't mind doing all that. You know what I mean? I do what the job required me to do. You know what they say? If you give me the job, I'm gonna get the job done.
Is that what they say? That's what they say.
That's what they say all the time.
That's what they all say all the time.
Like I've never gone a day in my life without hearing it. They say it all the time, every day.
They always say it.
Yeah, you know that.
They say. Oh man, yeah. So, what's your opinion on being friends with exes, and were you feeling that way before our situation?
You talking about you asking me directly?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your interview now.
Like I've never seen it as a problem. Like so, it's like in my lifetime, I've only had 2 serious relationships. So it's really like 50% of like a bad one and 50% of a good one. You know what I'm saying? It's like even with the quote unquote bad one, it's like I understood where she was mentally, where she was in her life, and the environment we was in. So I can't really blame her for how she was. And it's like to this day, I think she still loves me, but we don't communicate just because it's just been like 10 years, you know, and just life got really different. I wouldn't be opposed to being her friend. But if it's a thing of like, you know, it goes to like TV levels, like, oh, you keyed the whip, oh, you slashed the tires, oh, you got me to lose my job, you got kids taken away.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it's severe and people getting involved and it's toxic, then nah, you shouldn't be friends, you shouldn't be lovers,
It's
you should not be
literally
around
so
each other.
extreme. That's another thing I say all the time that people don't believe me. I've never had a toxic relationship, but I haven't. It's just like I feel like our relationship was really healthy, and I feel like my relationship with Sheldon was decently healthy. I feel like our communication was not there, but everything else was great. There was no like extremes, no arguments, no like scary shit, no domestic violence type shit. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe that's another thing too though. There's not that dynamic. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody doesn't have to be friends with everybody. If somebody's like that, then it's like, nah, leave that person. But
it ain't nothing to cut that bitch south.
If it was healthy, then it's like, why not? Try to have some type of different dynamic with that person.
But yeah, like I tell most people about our situation is it's rooted in friendship. And, some people are, I was friends with her first. Like, what? Sometimes the direction does change. But I think this is one of those unique, peculiar situations that is like, yeah, they're just understanding people. The path had to change, what I'm saying? They'll be fine, what I'm saying? We're just on different shows now. Might do a crossover or something, but yeah, it's okay. I've been telling people the last 2 years is like not every character is in every episode. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes the stories go solo, sometimes it's new characters, sometimes it's characters you don't recognize, sometimes they bring the old ones back, but, life does go on. And we got cell phones and a billion social media platforms. So, if you can't stay connected or, communicate healthily, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. No, that's something that I had to accept when I moved to New York because I was not a phone call person. Like this situation, I was like, ugh. Like, I would not have been doing this a couple of years ago. But
I know. This is what makes it so perfect.
But ever since I moved here, it's like, yeah, I got to keep in touch. It's like really a responsibility. It's like you got to keep in touch with the people you love. But it's funny you were saying the relationship is based out of friendship. I never really thought about it like that, but I was like, yeah, I guess that's true. That I feel like pretty much all of my relationships are based off friendship. Like friendship comes first, and then whatever else is whatever else.
100.
Like I'm usually not attracted to people that I'm not close with first.
Right.
Like I just need that time, getting to know someone, their energy, what they're about, their views, morals, and shit. It's important. Everything friendship first. And then if you have to go back to friendship, I guess you gotta go back.
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
I'm kind of in the same crossroads with my current relationship of like if we're gonna go back to being friends or not. But I don't really mind it. And I do think the current relationship that I'm in, like we could be another super origami type of situation. I'm not gonna lie. Like we make great music together. That could be fun too. I don't know. It's just like I'm open to it. It's like it doesn't have to be one thing with one person forever. Where's the fun in that?
Well, that's what's up. Because once again, this is my show. I can say what I want to say. Hey, if I find out he's violating, he gonna have to talk to the man.
No.
Just get a little taste.
It's not violating.
Just a little pistol whip action.
No, nobody's violating.
Just making sure. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hear no neglect stories. I ain't trying to hear no, you know what I'm saying?
No.
And that goes honestly, for the next one.
I don't know what's going on with the relationship. Honestly, I just think they're really like they like just turned 27. They're a Pisces. They just turned 27 not too long ago. And I knew like when they turned 27, there would be this whole Saturn return energy and it was gonna hit them hard. Like I was ready for it. But I don't know. I just think they're in that energy now and like things are changing for them in their life. And I'm trying to be there, but it's also like if you don't want me to be there, I'm not going to be there like that. And I'll just be like your friend and musician companion. But I don't know. Young Saturn return energy.
You're trying to make it work with them Pisces, man.
I know, like what the No.
We are fire.
The Pisces be giving me hell. They really do. But I mean, okay, this Pisces, we do have a crazy connection. I'm not going to lie. Like, we really do. People came to me in my dreams and shit. Like, it has never happened to me before. It's very deep over here. Like, it's very deep connection. And we have, like, very compatible signs. Like, they're a Pisces sun, but also a Sagittarius moon, a Virgo rising. I'm Capricorn moon, earth sign, and Pisces rising, Sagittarius sun. So it's like the energies match. But they are Pisces at the end of the day. And honestly, they keep saying this, the Mercury retrograde was like pulling them through all this. But, you know, they emotional. Like, I don't know. It's really been helping me get back into my sensitive shit, though. New York was kind of hardening me up for a minute.
For sure, because Brooklyn turned you into a, yeah, what up, B? Yeah, like big yeah, what up?
Brooklyn, baby.
Fucked up, niggas.
No, it's... no, it's rough out here. You gotta be like that. I can see why people be like that. You know, like people really rag on New York women for like being rough around the edges. But it's like this environment, the things you gotta deal with, like you gotta be like that. If you're not like that, you're done for. No, for real. Like you're done for. Like it's not even funny. Like anything could happen to you out here. And it's like if you don't have some type of like hardened, like don't fuck with me. Like I'm not about the bullshit type of energy about you, then good luck because you're not gonna make it.
Right. It's like New York is one big the yard.
It's like I really do. I don't know. I like understand what people be saying about like New York women. Like they really are so mean, so rough, so like hard to get to know. Like so many walls up. Like so like, they're so rough around the edges. And I do wish they were softer, but it's like I understand. I fucking understand. I've been here for 2 years. I get it. Like, I get it. I get why they're like that. I do not blame them. Like, if they had the environment to be softer, I'm sure they would, but they don't. So here we are. Shit, scratching it. It's a scratching and surviving type of city.
So you remind me of one of my Facebook friends. This was a couple of years ago, back when I was telling people that Impossible Burgers are made out of stem cells and cat food and stuff. And I hit him with this theory on her post, and then she inboxed me with a voice message. And it's like, when you look at her, she looked like she talked like, yeah, you know, this. But when she hit the inbox, she's from the Bronx. She said, first of all, nigga, I'm trying to enjoy my fucking vegan burger, and you come in about fucking stem cells and fetuses. Like, I'm trying to enjoy my fucking veggie burger.
My fucking veggie burger.
I did not expect respect that like, whatsoever. Oh my god.
No, there's like this meme that's like the audio is like, first of all, I'm glad you fucking brought it up. Whatever. It's like some confrontational woman. But it's like, the caption was like, girls from New York be like, but it's like, yeah, it's like very confrontational, very like, everything's very direct here. I really love it. Like, I'm really living for it because, I mean, New York in comparison to Cincinnati, God, the way they like address situations, people, is like very direct. In Cincinnati, everything's around the bush, behind your back, passive aggressive. Like, so many people was talking around me and not to me, and it's just like, nobody from New York would ever do that to me here. Like, honestly, the people that I hang around, and like even the people on the street, shit, would give me it straight up, and I love that. Like, that's so good to me. And honestly, yeah, that's why I feel like a main key for me here is communication. Just being around that direct energy of like, this is what it is. Because honestly, when we speak, it's like, and I've been on this shit about like speaking and words and spells and stuff, and like how speaking is like manifestation of spells or whatever. But it's like the universe, I'm understanding more since being here in New York. Like, the universe really needs people to be direct when they speak. And it doesn't matter what you're speaking about, but it's like, when you speak, like, your words need to be clearly placed so the energy can be clearly placed. It's like, if you're in between on like this passive, I don't know, maybe I'm trying, like, all these like in between words, it's like the universe doesn't know where to place the energy. But if you're like very direct about it, it's gonna know where to go. Like, the energy's gonna know where to go. So being around all these direct people, I'm like, yes, I'm living. This is great. And all these people do know how to manifest very quickly out here just because they're direct. Like, being direct gets you what you want, for real.
That's the quotable. Being direct gets you what you want. And that might be the name of the episode.
Why would it be the name of the episode that has nothing to do with the friendship thing?
Yeah, it do, because this goes into what you were saying. You were just saying that when you're direct and you direct your words and your energy, it's more organic that way. And I think that's what makes me and you still be able to be friends, is that we're direct. There's no weirdness about it. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's just, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm all right. You know, like, yeah, because, yeah, if people could see us back and forth almost every day, like, what do they be talking about? What do they be laughing at? But it's like, hey, this is who we are, and we're being transparent and vulnerable, and yeah, we got a friendship.
No, I do see that. Nice hi to everything. Yeah, because I feel like I'm always direct in my relationships, no matter if it's like a friendship or whatever. It's just like, I make my boundaries very clear, and I'm just like, yeah, directing what's going on. I try to be as direct as possible with communication. So I feel like that's always a two-way street. Depends on how the other person is communicating. But yeah, just being direct about every little aspect, being honest, transparent, being authentic, be yourself. It really gets the job done.
For sure. And I think that's a good place to cap off the episode.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. How two ex-lovers can be friends in a crazy pandemic-ridden world. I'm Matthew Williams, your host of the Lavender Water podcast, brought to you by United State of the Art and Once New Clothing. This has been my special guest, Jennifer Simone.
Yes. Thank you for having me. This was lovely.
Well, I appreciate you for making an appearance. And you're welcome on the show anytime.
Yay, yeah, I want to come back.
Oh, for sure. All right, then. All right, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. You guys have a good weekend.
Bye.